Hi there. Welcome to day 2 of writing. So, I hope you enjoyed listening all about reindeer yesterday. And your job yesterday was to take notes on where it lives. You should have a topic sentence written into your mind map, just like I did, and you should have taken notes. Now, this is what I'm not going to do this week. I'm not going to take my notes and show you how I turned it into sentences. I will show you the notes that I took, so in case you missed something, you could write it down. But I want you to now take what you did yesterday and I want you to turn it today into 2 sentences or 3 sentences. I usually do 2 that gives your reader information about where do reindeer live. All right. And reindeer is kind of weird because it can be one reindeer or it could be multiple reindeer. So it doesn't change. All right. All right. So let's look at my notes today. All right. This was my reindeer notes. And just pretend that this is a blank piece of paper in my writer's notebook. This is for me down here because this is the way a paragraph lays out. But my paper would be up and down just like I write on it. I would have probably put reindeer notes at the top because that's what I do. And then I would have added another word right here that said, or maybe even a sentence, where do they live? All right. Now, what I learned when I went back to the story is I learned a lot of things. Right here was a lot telling you where they live. There was some in here telling you where they live, right in here. There was nothing in these 2 that really, maybe right there, telling you where it lived. And there were some things in here that told you where it lived. All right. So I would have had my blank page out and I realized that they live on the North American continent. So they live in North America. That's our continent. They live in the Europe continent, which is the one that you studied last week. Okay. They live on the Asia continent, which is, I believe, the one you're studying right now. They live on a continent. So I wrote the word continent down. They live in the tundra, which is the flat, barren land that doesn't have a lot of trees, or it mainly doesn't have any trees. And it's very, very cold. I also forgot this one. So they live in the Arctic Circle. So they live Arctic, they live in the Arctic, okay, which is the northern part of the earth. It's very cold and snowy area. All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to compare your notes to my notes. So stop this video, get your notes out, and compare my notes to yours yesterday. If you missed something, you misspelled something, you didn't capitalize something, you can write down the things that you miss now. All right, so go ahead and stop the video and compare the notes. All right, you just compared your notes to mine. If you missed something, you wrote things down. And now your job becomes very kind of difficult because you have to take this information and you have to turn it into maybe 2 sentences that now go into your mind map. So you're going to go back to your mind map now and you're going to say, okay, and see your mind map is on one page and your notes are on the other page. And you're going to have to say, where does it live? So first, reindeer live in, and then you would write where it lives. And then maybe a second sentence, like where does it live, like on those continents. So the first sentence could be all about the continents, and the second sentence could be all about the tundra. So see, I helped you a little. So go ahead now. This is all for today. And you are going to take your notes and write those 2 really good sentences. Now, what I do is when I finish, I reread everything to somebody to make sure I didn't miss anything. But That's what you do now. All right. So this is the process of writing a really good paper. So I hope you get this done and go ahead and create your 2 sentences. Make sure you made your mind map big enough that you can do it. If you're writing like a kindergartner, you'll never get it to fit. And I will talk to you tomorrow about the next fact, which is the one that you're researching today. Okay. So your job is to first turn your notes into 2 sentences here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back, and if you need to listen to this something again, maybe you only need to listen to this one and that one, then you would only listen to that. And today what you're going to do is you're going to take notes about what do they look like? How much do they weigh? How tall are they? What color are they? And you can't just make it up. It has to be in the notes. It has to be in here. You can't go, well, you know what? I think he's hot pink and he has blue stripes and he has a polka dotted tail. You have to look things up in the notes. You can't make up facts. They have to be true. Now, I will tell you, this tells you a lot about what they look like right here. Remember that one? And I will tell you that there is some things like right here, really big time, okay, in the diagram. Okay, so do you have your job? You're going to take your notes and you're going to write where it lives in 2 sentences. Now you're going to research and take notes on its appearance today. All right, so thanks. Get to writing and have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.